Hello everyone, this is Sabrina Jean. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to this pick a card reading. What do your spirit guides want you to know? I feel like spirit guides are telling us to prepare for something. So what are your spirit guides wanting you to prepare for? Curious minds want to know. So you have 4 different piles that you can choose from. It's perfectly fine to choose more than one pile. You do you. Or you can choose according to the crystal, the cover card, or the timestamp, of course. So what are your spirit guides wanting you to prepare for? If you are drawn to this first card, or the Green Fluorite crystal, or group number 2 with the Purple Fluorite crystal. Group number 3 is a Herkimer Diamond, or group number 4, the Blue Calcite. So what do your spirit guides want you to know? What are your spirit guides wanting you to prepare yourself for? Let's find out. Pile 1. Hi, pile 1. Okay, what are your spirit guides wanting you to prepare yourself for? I already kind of have an idea. In fact, I already posted a video reading, not a reading, but a video message on Patreon this morning. So for those of you who are feeling the woo, you're experiencing the woo, you're sensing something is changing, but you're not quite sure what, how, where, when, why, or who, and you are interested in learning more about spiritual awakenings, then I encourage you to come and find me and sign up on my Patreon. If you're not interested in that, then let's just get back to your oracle cards. So, your spirit guides say it's time for you to move forward. Embrace the change with the number 5. The Green Fluorite is an energy healing crystal. It also inspires happiness and joy. It also resonates with your heart chakra. And here in this image, as you can see, your heart chakra is either lit or it is about to open up even more. It's time to move forward, say spirit guide. So what else? What else do we need to know for group number 1? Okay. So there's a transit, Pluto, servicing of others. Immediately the way, so there's something that you need to be doing on your own that helps humanity. With Pluto here, I'm just going to assume that you have a transformative effect on other people. But there's something that you should be doing on your own, and that's what your spirit guides are reminding you of. It's time for you to move forward, even if you have to move forward on your own, to help the collective. Happiness. The number 7 here is, it's a reminder or it's a confirmation that you already know your own spiritual truth, meaning you already have rules that you live your life by. It's important that you follow that. It's important that you trust that. But there's also something that you need to take action on your own. And this can show up in so many different ways in life. You can take a public role or go to work for someone else or a humanitarian kind of cause, or maybe something in healing or psychotherapy or counseling, or there's something here that's asking you to take that next step. Let's take a look at these. The Outsider. Oh, so some of you might be afraid to take that next step. What's most important here is that you know who you are. You know your true self. You know your spiritual self. You know your purpose. You know what you're capable of. That's what's most important. 2 of Air is simply saying that it's okay to trust your intuition. Is there something else here with there's something here, it's part of your life lesson. Let me put it this way. your relationships with all other people are a bigger part of your life path, your purpose, and, well, your lessons and your destiny. Maybe on a deep level, you are a healer. And I already mentioned that you have a transformative effect on other people. But first and foremost, in this life, you're supposed to be challenging yourself and transforming your own self too, or at least first. Find your center. Find a balance. The two could also be reminding you that you have to cooperate. You have to cooperate with your higher self, your soul. Because, well, your higher self, your soul knows exactly the reason why you're here, having all these experiences. And if you're not communicating with that, if you don't understand that, then your life might seem out of balance, or your life might feel like it's out of control. So now I'm curious how many of you right now feel like you have absolutely no control over your life, your career, your own power. I'm trying to fix these, but they keep moving. How many of you are experiencing a power struggle? Or you don't feel like you have any power? Really something important for you to think about. Some of you might need to hear it's time for you to release your grip, or your need to have power and control over everything that is happening in your life, everything that is unfolding. Notice here you've got a spiral. It's important for you to stay true to yourself and your truth. And when you come from the centered space, you can and you will, in fact, attract to you everything that you need. And, well, you might be wondering, what is it that I need? Well, that depends on your truth. What do you think that you need? What power do you have over your life or your career or your health and your well-being? What can you surrender to the higher powers that be, or your higher self, or your soul? And honestly, coming back to this first house card, which is an astrology card, but not your astrology reading, because I would need to know your birthday details to do an actual astrology reading, but you're supposed to be empowering yourself. Right now, you're supposed to be transforming, transcending yourself, your self-concepts, your need to control, to rise above. This is an ascension process. It's also an empowering process. Many of you are already energy healers, and maybe you just didn't know that you were an energy healer. The number 2 could also be saying it's really important for you to incorporate other perspectives and not just your own truth. Something soon is about to push you forward onto a new path, and this is probably going to be 2026, as it is for all of us. Especially when Saturn and Neptune are both back in Aries again. It's going to be very important to own the cardinal energies in your charts, your astrology charts. And that's where you will also be expected to take on a more responsible role in your life, as well as realizing and pursuing your own spiritual individualism. No more hiding behind the gate. Interesting. Okay, group 1, these are the messages that I'm picking up for all of you. I hope you enjoyed this video reading. If you did, please do click the like button. Again, come and find me on Patreon if you want to understand more of the woo that is changing in your life. Otherwise, Have a wonderful day, and I will see you in another video. Bye for now. Hello, group number 2. So what do your spirit guides want you to know? Let's find out. They're wanting you to prepare for something. So if you were drawn to the purple fluorite crystal, which I will put over here off to the side, or this image, the message here says you came to serve with the number 23. So you came to be of service to the world. Let's look at your other cards and find out. Let's get some more specific information. Okay, so Saturn, you're supposed to be preparing to take responsibility. Okay, within your relationships, your home, and your beliefs. In a nutshell, Saturn is the planet of responsibility, where your responsibility lies in your life, cooperating with your partner or your community, your family, your home, and also doing what makes you feel secure. So I would say that you're a nurturer, you're a provider. Wild Rose Fairy, love. And I was just saying, you're a nurturer, you're a provider, you're a lover. Okay, you're here to love others. And, not in a perverted kind of a way, although I'm sure some of you are thinking in a perverted way, but that's not what I'm meaning. Unconditionally love. Tuning in. You have another number 4 here. So 4, there's a significance of the number 4. 2 of fire. Inspiration. Wow. Okay. So spirit guides are wanting group 2 to know, to prepare for part of your purpose. You came here to serve others by sharing your source of inspiration based on what you believe. You do have a influential impact, or let me put it this way, you can have a very influential impact on others in your local community when you show up for the community or your home or your family. For more specific details, it's important for you to understand your astrology that you were born with, because that explains pretty much all the details of your life and everything that you've been experiencing. Okay, the temple, the wisdom within, quieten external noise. Interesting. I've never pulled this card before, but I know exactly what it means. Even the 4th, okay, the 4th house could also be referring to your body, your heart chakra. Your temple is your physical body. It's a vessel for your spirit. So this may sound strange for some of you, but many of you probably are already aware of some sort of spiritual truth, rules that you live your life by. And some people need that structure. Some people need to live from that box, that routine. It helps them to, remain humble. It helps to keep them out of trouble. There's a reason why people choose to follow any particular religion, even. It's a belief system. And naturally, as many of you probably already know, there are thousands of different religions and belief systems that everyone has on the planet as a collective. And honestly, as Saturn is getting closer to Neptune. They're both going to be conjunct again in February, but first, they're both they're going back into Aries. So Neptune's going to be in Aries for a really long time. 10, 15 years? Saturn, not so long. Saturn's usually 2.5 to 3 years. However, this is it's inspiring, it's supporting, it's encouraging what I'm calling spiritual individualism, meaning when we individuals take responsibility for our own sovereignty. We're taking care of our own, right? Not trying to force everything that we believe onto other people, because lots of people don't really like it when we do that. But you are here to help usher or help other people through these times of change while providing some sort of structure and unconditional love and support. And your body, again, your body is your temple, especially when you connect through or you open up your chakras. So you're here to help cooperate or help other people find a balanced cooperation. Is that the right way to describe this? But honestly, it's really important for you, group number 2s, to anchor your beliefs, be comfortable in your own skin, know which direction you are taking in your life, who you are dedicated to, what you need to do. Create that goal, create that foundation, that structure, rules to live by in your daily routine. And then if some of you have, let's just say, social media, or you're wanting to create a group in your community that comes together and supports one another, this could actually be part of your destiny. Just something for you to think about. The 2 of inspiration is an encouragement to tune in to and listen to your own inspiration. You are receiving guidance from your spiritual team and the angelics too. And you can share what you need to with those in your collective group, whoever that seems to be. I'm looking at this card because there's a message here that says, what makes you feel secure, something that you did in the past. It's almost resonating for me with the personality types of those who were born during Neptune in Capricorn, which was the later 1990s. And if you were born during that time with Neptune in Capricorn, it's part of your life purpose to hold on to those basic foundations and structures that support other people, but to bring spirituality into that somehow. It's like a merging of the 2, and that's part of your generation's purpose. But not everyone was born in the same generation, right? So it really just kind of depends which decade you were born in, but there's definitely like a group-mindedness here, a community support, spiritual support, supporting other people. But it's also important for you to be comfortable alone in your own skin, because there's something waiting for you to tap into it. And this is also keeping you feeling stable and supported, and what's the word I was looking for? Comfortable, while you are helping others in whatever way that you choose to help others. So are you ready to take responsibility for this role? It's a mature role that you're going to be expected to step into. Saturn in your oracle card could be asking some of you to look at your astrology transits. You might be experiencing a Saturn returns, which usually happens every 27, 28, or 29 years. And if you live long enough, you will have 3 Saturn returns. But some of you are leveling up into a 30-year phase in your life where you are seeking more deeper fulfillment and understanding in your daily practices too. Now, some of you might resonate with Libra. Maybe you're a Libra sun sign, but that doesn't describe your entire personality. Your personality also includes Saturn and the planets that were in your 4th house, and where Pisces is currently transiting in your life. And Mercury, it governs how your brain works and how you think. So it's the totality of astrology and the planets and the zodiac signs they were in when you were born, and also where they're transiting right now, which is part of what changes your personality and your sense of self and your sense of identity as you mature throughout your life in these phases. So I don't want to lose anyone with the deep cycles here, but spirit guides are saying you're about to take on a responsible role, and they're wanting you to prepare for this. So for those of you who are studying and following your current astrology transits, meaning compared to your birth chart, you want to look to see where your birth planets are activating in your life. But for those of you who already have this inner knowing and you're following your intuition, you probably already realize that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. So spirit guides are wanting you to get ready, because within the next couple of months, most likely, you're going to be taking on this new role and responsibility in your life. So group 2, these are the messages that I have for you, what your spirit guides want you to know. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm sure these resonate somehow. I'm sure you already were aware of this, right? If you enjoyed the video, please do click the like button and have a wonderful day. And I'll see you all in another video. Bye for now. Hello, group number 3. If you were drawn to this card, which says heal the past and fix tomorrow, or maybe you were drawn to the Herkimer Diamond. So what are your spirit guides wanting you to know? Spirit guides are wanting you to prepare for something. They're wanting you to prepare for this. So let's find out what this is. Heal the past and fix tomorrow. I think in a sense it's reminding you to let go of the past. So that you can embrace this new beginning. Okay, remembering. Let me look at these oracle cards. Oh, so spirit guides are wanting to prepare you for a powerful, major change that's happening within you. You are about to go through a major change. Some of you may have already been going through a major change. This change that you're experiencing, this change in your internal power, or the power that you have, your personal power, is also changing everything that you believe. Okay. And what's causing this is probably the South Node. The South Node has been transiting a particular house chart in your astrology. So for those of you who are tracking your own transits and progressions, you may want to look to see where the South Node is transiting, because that's what you're being released from, that you're supposed to be letting go of. Outdated beliefs, connections, attachments. Okay. Gratitude is a wonderful way to start every day. Honestly, I'm thinking that this is saying, your spirit guides are saying, you're going to be so grateful for this new found freedom. You're being liberated from something. So let's look at your other cards. All right, you have healing energy again. But this has something to do with mind, body, and spiritual. You're coming into alignment with your higher self, your higher ideals. 3 of earth energy. So you have a specific connection with the earth. Oh, part of your purpose is to heal, help the earth heal as well. So your frequency is helping the earth. Interesting. So how many of you resonate with mountains or stones or rocks? Transmit your vibration. Use your voice. Singing stones. Now I'm curious, how many of you already use your energy and transmute your vibration with also the intentions of helping the earth transmute too? Curious minds want to know, how many of you are already doing this? I feel like so you're being released from attachments or connections with others. Somehow there's something on the earth that you've been attached to, and you're being freed from that so that you can reclaim your own sense of personal power and navigate this huge change in your life, which is probably going to change everything that you believe as well, and which is something that naturally happens when you're transmuting or transcending. Energy healing is like rising above, seeing a situation and releasing the negativity or the dysfunctional patterns or the clearing the family timelines or karmas, that sort of thing. And the more you're releasing the old, the more you are opening up to more of your own unique personal power. Look at the top messages when we read them across. This is really interesting. Remember your beliefs about your personal power. So some of you, maybe you've been going through a process where you felt like you lost power or control over your life, and you are about to reclaim that. And so your spirit guides are wanting to prepare you, and they're telling you to get ready. Because there are so many wonderful things and changes that are about to happen in your life when you're supposed to be focusing on your own unique creativity, finding creative ways to heal yourself and heal the world, heal the past, and tomorrow will be fixed. But it's healing and releasing from a detached perspective, meaning you're meant to be doing all of this without expecting anything in return. So, challenge accepted, pile number 3. Of course, some of you might be interpreting these in different ways, and of course you would be, because you were born into a different astrology with different experiences and challenges and cycles and lessons. But I see pile number 3 as a collective has the ability to transcend, transform the entire collective, including everything that's on the planet. And it's a natural thing that happens as you're also transforming and transcending your own limitations. It really can be as easy as that. And then usually the more you do this, and it heals the planet, it heals the world, it heals tomorrow, you also receive more things to be grateful for. Like the universe blesses you, the earth blesses you, life blesses you. Okay, so you're meant to be standing in your own true creative power with the Herkimer Diamond. It's a very powerful crystal. Also activates and enhances your crown chakra, your connection. Let's see, are there any other messages here for group number 3? Well, down here it's saying singing stone. So singing might also be a way that you can heal the planet, transmit your vibration, use your voice. Okay, so whatever you choose to do, pile number 3, you have a healing effect on the entire planet and everything that's on it. Whether you sing or speak or write or create or entertain, there's something about your unique frequency. It's a transmitter. for the planet too. Interesting messages. So something to set an earth anchor, but honestly, maybe your whole purpose in life or your destiny to be realized is that you're here more for the purpose of helping the planet heal rather than individual people, or rather than specifically animals. You have a much grander capacity for healing. And of course, the physical body comes from the earth. So even the more that you heal your own frequency, you have this connection to the earth, but also to the stars, the cosmos. You probably have a much more powerful, energetic healing capacity, even within the entire universe. So that's pretty deep, don't you think? But I'm sure many of you already realize this, but I'm thinking maybe some of you may have been pursuing this healing path, directly to help other people specifically heal, when you don't even really have to be doing that. All you have to do is hold the intention from wherever you are on the planet, and everything will be healed. Everything can be transformed just through your voice, your frequency, whatever it is that you're transmitting to the planet. Okay, and this 8th house major change, I think this is something, a personal power, that is about to wake up even more inside of you. It's about to activate you. And I'm pretty sure this is what's going to be happening as soon as both Saturn and Neptune are back in Aries, making that conjunction, which is February 14th. Just in time for Valentine's Day. So these are what your spirit guides wanted you to prepare for. So group 3, I hope you enjoyed these messages. If you did, please do click the like button and have a wonderful day. Now you know what you need to do. Maybe you've been working too hard or trying too hard. So, okay, have a wonderful day, and I will see you all again in another video. Bye for now. Hello there, pile number 4. If you were drawn to the blue calcite crystal, your spirit guides are wanting you to prepare for something. So what do your spirit guides want you to know? Let's find out. So if you're drawn to this card, which says you are your purpose, but your purpose also has something to do with everybody else. What's interesting with the number 25, especially if you were born on the 25th of any month, you're meant to be providing a service to others while also creating change or experiencing changes within yourself. But here it's saying you are your purpose. So let's just see what more. I mean, the 25 that I was just talking about is the numerology personality. So let's look at the cards and see what. Okay. Have faith. Do not worry. You are on the right track. You're on the road to success. Okay. Spirituality. You're having, are you supposed to be preparing for a spiritual experience? Your dreams. Your higher ideals. Okay. Your beliefs, what you value, and your resources. So in a nutshell, these are saying you should be focusing on you. What you need, what you believe, the kind of work that you enjoy. What do you value? Okay, so this might be requiring a little bit of personal reflection. And I know not everyone is comfortable paying attention to themselves. So for somebody, it could be a challenge for you to start thinking about yourself. Okay, the dragonfly spirit and change. Even the dragonfly represents going through a transformation, a metamorphosis. coming out of a transformation, but some of you might be entering into a transformative phase in your life. Interesting. Totality. I'm looking at the image here because there's actually 3 people on the flying trapeze. Shifting perspectives, maybe? Oh, look, they're moving to the left. So the left side is more feminine. It's receptive. It's opening. It's allowing. It's listening. It's intuitive. Take action and pursue. Okay. Prepare to be focusing on yourself and what you need, your path, your purpose. So this begs the question, how many of you have been living your life for the purpose of everybody else? How many of you have been living a life, maybe everyone else has always been your purpose, but there's something that's changing here. And it's probably going to be changing within you over the next couple of months that is going to activate a new sense of direction, this fire energy, which is actually probably Saturn and Neptune in Aries, which begins on Valentine's Day. Okay, so this fire inspiration activating inside of you is inspiring you to pursue, your beliefs, your goals, what you feel like you need. Obstacle, find another road, flexibility, change. So this is saying that maybe the road or the path that you're currently on, including your career, may feel like you're at a dead end. Or maybe you feel like you're in between. Maybe some of you are in between careers or your pursuits. There's a reason for this. There's something shifting in your perspective. There's something shifting in your heart. Maybe the path that you've been on is no longer fulfilling and life is changing. And so if you're resonating with these so far, it's most likely in your astrology transits based on, of course, your birthday. There are probably, the North Node just probably moved into another house, meaning another area of your life's direction. Pisces energy is where the North Node is actually for everyone. Oh, so let's just say, for example, if the North Node in Pisces for group number 4 is transiting your 2nd house, and I'm not saying that this is just an oracle card, but everything that you believed about the resources and the reasons why you've been pursuing material goals or financial goals, they might not be feeling as satisfactory to you anymore. And so definitely time for you to reflect and think about what is more important so that you can make changes in your life if you feel like you need to make career changes. But some of you might be changing how you feel about how you make money. Which also, okay, so this makes sense. If you are meant to be focusing on yourself, your truth, what you value, then you can change everything else that you've been pursuing in life, especially if the job that you've been keeping isn't really something that makes you feel good about yourself. Then the time right now is for you to question your motives. And, there might be a better job out there for you, or there could be another direction that you could be pursuing that feels more aligned with your truth and where you're going and where you're headed in life. And so it's important to remain flexible. The path that you're currently on might be changing. Most likely it is changing, but it's going to reveal to you another road or other opportunities, other openings will show up for you. And this, again, it requires patience and reflecting on your truth. So what is it that you truly need? I feel like there might be adjustments that you can be making in your life, your work, your approach to, everything, your beliefs, that, well, maybe for some of you, there's just something new that is waiting for you to pay attention to that. Perhaps it's time to change your truth, your path, your career, yourself. Maybe it'll be time for you to assert your goals by taking action to, make your dreams come true. But at the same time, the North Node here is saying that this is ultimately where you're supposed to be heading in life. So some of you might soon realize that this path that you're on, it's no longer fulfilling. Maybe you just don't want to be there anymore. You don't want to continue. But there are going to be other options too. So just stay open, pay attention, and stay aware. And start, if you're no longer satisfied with your life, then, start looking for something else or something new that you can incorporate that will make your life more enjoyable, or your daily routine more enjoyable. But the key word here is flexibility, because right now you might not see a different path, and that could seem frustrating, but trust that something is on its way. So listen to your intuition, or get more information, or start looking for something different or something else that will be more satisfying according to what you value, according to what you really need in your life at this time. And some of you might be experiencing the woo too. So you've got the spirituality card here. It might be testing your intuition. So to end your pile, my recommendation for any of you would be to start speaking the affirmation, speaking this affirmation. My life is in alignment with my higher purpose. Or my career is aligned with my higher purpose. My truth is aligned with my higher purpose. And when you start speaking this affirmation, things will begin to change and align you on a path that is aligned with your higher purpose. Anyway, other than that, that's what I've got for group number 4, what your spirit guides wanted you to know, what spirit wants you to prepare for possible changing of many things. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do click the like button, and have a wonderful day. And I will see you all again in another video. Bye for now.